The muds of spring-fed Rudd Creek came roaring into the 600 North First East section of Farmington late yesterday afternoon, and within minutes homes were engulfed. People barely had time to drop what they were doing and run. The mud continued to run through the night, and by this morning, this home that we had photographed last night was gone, literally moved down the street. So far, 6 homes destroyed, a dozen or more seriously damaged. And as today wore on, more slides continued down the ever-deepening ravine, and the tragedy continued to ooze through the streets and homes of northeast Farmington, the county seat of Davis County. By this afternoon, the evacuation area had extended to the county courthouse, and the 51 prisoners in the jail were evacuated to Weber, Salt Lake, and Box Elder County jails. Because of slides in Farmington Canyon, just north of Rudd Creek, much of the city has been without clean drinking water for 2 days, compounding the problems. Congressman Jim Hansen, once the mayor of Farmington and still a resident there, stood with his neighbors and friends in awe of the destruction. One of the first to see the slide coming was Don Sims, who was cleaning up his home from floodwaters when Rudd Creek overran its banks on Sunday.
My wife and I heard this rumbling noise like a bunch of rocks coming down the canyon, and we looked up over our house and we could see the trees all starting to fall down like dominoes, one after the other. And I yelled to her, "Let's get out of here as fast as we can." She ran in, grabbed the baby, and screamed to the other kids to get out in the car, and they came out and got in the car, and we drove away as fast as we could. And as we did, we yelled to the neighbors, "Get out, it's coming."
Tonight, Farmington remains a city under siege. County workers, homeowners, volunteers, and officials, already tired from a weekend of fighting high water, work near exhaustion in the hope of preventing more destruction. But about the only thing hopeful so far is that, as far as anyone knows, there have been no serious injuries and no deaths. This is Spence Kennard, Eyewitness News.
The plan was put together by city officials who described the situation, not surprisingly, as very serious. Mayor Merrill Petty briefed everyone on the problem areas in the town and said those who had already been evacuated, those living north of 300 North, cannot go back to their homes until further notice. Those living between 3rd North and State Street are back in their homes tonight, but the mayor urged them to be ready to get out at a second's notice.
We will call you to the Farmington Junior High School right here where you're now at by sounding the fire siren. We will not sound it for normal fires. We're going to use it strictly for this purpose. When you hear this siren, put things down, put your family in your car, and go immediately to this junior high.
The plan urges everyone to pack extra clothes, important documents, medicines, and other necessary supplies, and have them loaded into the car. The mayor says those who have already been displaced and who have not been able to gather their important items from their homes can make arrangements to do that at the junior high school. And for those with other questions, they can call 451-2296. The mayor also pledged help for those who have been severely affected by the slide.
Now, for you that have lost homes, our hearts go out to you. We'll do all we can to help you. And when the time comes to rebuild and reclaim, we'll help.
The mayor summed up the meeting by saying, despite the seriousness of the situation, the city can deal with it if everyone works together. Keith McCord, Eyewitness News, Farmington.